You open the app, and the scroll begins. A seemingly endless gallery of faces, bios, and prompts, all blurring together. You send a thoughtful message and get a one-word reply. Or worse, silence. It's easy to feel lost in a game without a rulebook. But what if we could sketch out a map? What if we could look at the process not as a game of chance, but as a series of meaningful decisions? Today, we're setting aside the usual dating advice. Instead, we'll borrow ideas from decision science to navigate our relationships. We're going to use the framework of game theory to bring more intention to our connections and find the people who are truly on our wavelength. Section 1. The first idea: the art of mindful signaling. Your dating profile is more than a collection of photos, it's a signal. In game theory, signaling is how we credibly communicate our qualities and intentions. Every picture, every sentence, sends a message about who you are and what you're seeking. Often we create profiles that just list our achievements. But if what we're truly searching for is a partnership where we feel seen and supported, a profile that signals warmth and curiosity can feel deeply refreshing. So, let's start with our first principle: the separating strategy. This is about highlighting the unique, authentic details that separate you from a sea of similar profiles. Instead of saying you love to travel, share a small story about a trip that changed your perspective. Instead of writing "you're funny," let a witty observation show it. Research suggests that originality in a profile correlates with perceived intelligence and humor, making you more memorable. The second idea is the pooling strategy, which is about the power of omission. If a hobby is generic and doesn't reveal something true about you, maybe it doesn't need to be there. This isn't about being deceptive. It's about mindful curation. You're focusing on the qualities that truly matter for a genuine connection. Finally, your profile can signal your ability to be a partner. Consider weaving in phrases that show interest in another person's world, like, "Tell me about something you're passionate about," or "I value growing together with a partner." This gently shows that you're interested in a shared journey. It shifts the entire feeling from "what can I get?" to "what could we create together?" Section 2. The second idea: intentional filtering. Once your profile sends clearer signals, you may get more matches. But more matches can lead to fatigue without a mindful way to filter them. This is where many of us get stuck in text exchanges that fade away. Game theory has a concept called cheap talk, communication that is easy to send and costs the sender nothing. While texting is a nice first step, it's not always a reliable indicator of someone's true intentions. The goal is to move from the digital space to a real-world experience, where we can gather more meaningful insight. This approach is about filtering for genuine, mutual interest. First, move beyond endless texting. After a few warm messages, the next step is a gentle escalation. A person who is genuinely curious will often welcome a brief call or a real-life meeting. Someone who consistently hesitates may just be looking for a pen pal or validation. A deep reluctance to ever meet is a signal in itself. This brings us to the low-investment first meeting. Suggest something simple and low pressure with a natural endpoint, like a coffee or a walk in the park. This is a brilliant way to screen for connection. It's an easy yes for someone genuinely interested, and it respects both your time and theirs. You can learn more about someone in 20 minutes of conversation than in 2 weeks of texting. Third, ask better questions. You're gently screening for compatibility, so let go of interview questions like, "What do you do for fun?" Instead, try open-ended questions that touch on values. Perhaps, "What's something you're proud of that isn't on your resume?" Or, What's a skill you're curious about learning? These questions invite reflection and give you a window into their character. This isn't an interrogation, it's a process of mutual discovery. If this way of thinking about connection resonates with you, a simple like on this video lets me know these ideas are helpful. And if you're curious to explore more ways to navigate life with intention, I hope you'll subscribe so you don't miss what we explore next. Section 3. The third idea: finding your Nash equilibrium. This brings us to the ultimate goal: finding what's known as a Nash equilibrium. Named after the mathematician John Nash, it describes a stable state where neither person wants to change their strategy. In relationships, think of it as a partnership where both people feel they have made the best possible choice for themselves. It's a state of mutual contentment. This isn't about feeling trapped. It's about being so wonderfully matched that the thought of starting the search all over again isn't appealing. The search isn't about finding a perfect person, but about discovering your personal equilibrium with another. The first step is to define what a win looks like for you. Before you open an app, reflect on what a stable, successful relationship means to you. What are your core values and non-negotiables? Without that personal clarity, you're playing without a purpose. The second step is to see signals of their search for equilibrium. Look for signs of aligned goals. Does their bio speak to a long-term connection or something more temporary? A connection can only reach that stable, happy place if both people are steering in a similar direction. Finally, we must avoid fundamentally unstable games. A Nash equilibrium requires mutual respect. Manipulative tactics are the opposite. Love bombing, where someone showers you with intense, over-the-top affection early on, is a strategy designed to create dependency, not partnership. Negging, the use of backhanded compliments to lower your self-esteem, is another. These are not the actions of a collaborative partner. A true equilibrium is always a win-win. Section 4. The mindful defense: protecting your inner peace. Not everyone is seeking a cooperative, healthy connection. A game theory lens isn't just about moving forward. It's also about having a framework to protect your emotional energy. Your mindful defense involves recognizing the red flags of manipulation. We mentioned love bombing, but also watch for gaslighting. This is a tactic where someone denies reality to make you question your own perceptions, like denying something they clearly said or calling you too sensitive for reacting to their behavior. Another is guilt tripping, where someone tries to make you feel selfish for setting healthy boundaries. The second practice is to establish and hold firm boundaries as an expression of self-respect. When you spot a manipulative tactic, counter it with calm communication. A simple "I feel" statement is powerful. I feel uncomfortable when you make jokes at my expense. A person of integrity will respect this. A manipulative person will often react with anger or dismissal, and that reaction is all the information you need. This leads to the ultimate act of self-preservation: choosing to step away. You cannot find a healthy equilibrium with someone who refuses to play with mutual respect. When a person repeatedly ignores your boundaries or leaves you feeling consistently anxious, the most powerful choice you can make is to walk away. It is not a loss. It's a graceful exit from a game that was never designed for you to win. Modern dating can feel chaotic and discouraging, but it doesn't have to. By applying a few ideas from game theory, you can bring intention and peace back to the process. Let's recap our framework. First, we use mindful signaling to craft a profile that reflects who we are. Second, we use intentional filtering to discover if a real connection is possible. Third, we focus on finding our Nash equilibrium. that stable, mutually fulfilling partnership. And finally, we practice a mindful defense by recognizing manipulation and protecting our peace. The point of this isn't to be cold or calculating, it's the opposite. It's about using thoughtful structure to clear away the noise, the time wasters, and the manipulators. This gives you more energy to invest in authentic, healthy, and fulfilling connections. You stop relying on luck and start navigating with intention. So, what is the most frustrating part of modern dating for you? I would be genuinely interested to read your thoughts in the comments below. And for more ideas on how to navigate life's decisions with more clarity, make sure you subscribe and hit the bell so you're always one move ahead. Thanks for being here. Let's keep learning together. Follow Quiet Arcadia for the next one.